Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome to MAN Truck and Bus here in Dublin. Today I'll be taking you on a full tour and test drive of the brand new MAN truck generation. So here we have the TGX 18.580. Now the owner of this truck is just pulling in the gate here. This is Ivor Thompson. So he's coming in a 2006 TGA 480. So Ivor will be unhooking the trailer and then we'll be getting hooked under with his brand new MAN. So there you go, 15 years old, this truck now. So yeah, it'll be interesting to hear his point of view, why he picked a brand new truck generation here from MAN. And then we'll go on the test drive. Okay, let's start off with the full walk around, the brand new MAN truck generation. So would you believe that it's been over a year now since I was in Bilbao in Spain for the launch of this truck. Now the one I test drove was the 640. This is the model that sits below that. This is the TGX 18.580. So the engine is the D38. It's a 15.2 litre straight 6-cylinder diesel engine producing 2,900 Newton meters of torque. And of course this is the International Truck of the Year for 2021. So well done to MAN in achieving that accolade. But yeah, it looks very well, doesn't it? I really like the updated looks on the new generation. And yeah, the chrome strips there all along the grille and the lower part there. So let's just open the grille. It's just a little handle behind there. And yeah, we have our coolant and our oil, and we can have a little look in at the engine there as well. There you have it. So yeah, you've got a dipstick in there, but you'll be able to keep an eye on it with an electronic gauge on the dashboard. So there's no actual dipstick out here. So yeah, let's just close it up there. Now, it's not lockable, so yeah, maybe it would be nicer if that was lockable, but there you have it. And yeah, it's nicely painted up here. It's steel blue metallic. That is the colour. So Ivor Thompson will be taking delivery of this in the next week or two. And best of luck to him. We'll be chatting to him in a while all about his purchase. So yeah, it's a Jost fifth wheel and it's sitting there 185 millimeters. So on the 6x2s, you see the way the battery pack is up there. On the 6x2s you can get it positioned here. So saving you space on the chassis, of course, for the extra axle. And we have 4 airbags on the back axle, and we have a 2-leaf parabolic spring setup on the front axle. So you'll see there it's sitting on Michelin tyres. These are X-Line tyres, so we've got 385 65s on the front, and they also have the anti-splash feature here on the tyres as well. And on the rear, that's a 70 profile 315 on the Alcoa aluminium wheels, of course. And we have 2 diesel tanks, so we've got a 250 and we've got a 490, and of course your 2 steps climbing up onto the catwalk, which is nicely finished off here as well. That's well done. And yeah, we've got an LED light over there, and we have 2 more LEDs up on top there, so plenty of light from them. So this is known as the GX cab. So this would be the biggest MAN cab that you can get in the range. And I like the wheel arch extensions here as well, just to accommodate the super single. Very well done. And we have an 80 litre AdBlue tank, 580 horses, and the little MAN logo here as well. Now of course you can get a blind spot monitor system here as well, and you've probably seen it on the launch. It's a little device here that will detect when there's traffic coming up on your blind side. That is very good. And all LED lights here as well, and nice LED daytime running lamps there as well. So yeah, that's how it looks, and the air horns sound great as well. Good sound from them. Okay, let's just have a look at the locker space here on the driver's side. So yeah, there's a bit of a safety catch there. You just got to push it up. So it is quite a good space, nicely done. It is kind of obscured a bit with this intrusion of the speaker so it does take up a bit of space, that, but there's no speaker on the passenger side, so you have even more space on the passenger side locker, so that is a good size. But still, the driver's side here, not too bad. And this cleaning device came with the truck, which is a nice touch. We have our warning triangle, and in behind this steel panel is your towing equipment. So yeah, the lockers are pretty good on the TGX. Now we have 3 steps going up into the cab. We still have the engine hump here, so that's the same as before. We don't have any clutch pedal on this TGX, and it has the Traxxon gearbox by ZF, so that's all good. Okay, and I really like this. Like, this is attention to detail, guys. Look, you can turn on the catwalk light, you can unlock the passenger door, and say for instance you hop outside and you've left both windows open, one touch and both windows go up, and we have our hazard warning switch as well. So that is very good. Now you can configure these switches for other functions if you don't want these functions, so I really like that on this new generation truck. So that is your remote there for the back axle for rising and lowering that. All the adjustment on the driver's seat. We also have lumbar support, and they're heated and cooled. So we have part leather and your fabric finish. 2 armrests for the driver. We don't have any armrests on the passenger seat. So let's hop inside, and this is where an awful lot of work was done on these trucks. The interior is just all changed, so I really like that. So let me just start it up and give you a quick sound of the engine. I like that graphic as well, the MAN graphic. There we go. So this is very modern in its design, this screen here in front of the driver, and look at the 12.3 inch screen here, and it's operated by this. It's very Audi like, this whole system. So you can scroll down, and let's go back to the home function here. Yeah, we'll click on navigation and we'll get the map up on the screen. So yeah, this is all very modern, and it does have the zoom in function as well. So yeah, really nice 12.3 inch infotainment screen. So let's start off with some of the functions here. So this is your moving off aid of trailer or semi-trailer. We have our ASR anti-slip regulation switch and your ESP. We have the differential lock. Over here is the regeneration of your diesel particulate filter, your catwalk light, and another light function here as well. We can turn on and off the horn. Actually, let's just hoot the horn. There you go, very nice. All the functions here on the steering wheel. We have voice activation going down through your stereo system, and over here as well we have adaptive cruise control, all very nicely laid out, and your phone functions there as well. Now this is the gear selector, so in for neutral on that button, so there, forward and back for reverse, and of course up and down through the gears as well. So let's just push it back in, and we're back into neutral. So I'm just going to knock off the engine, and we'll go down through more functions. So that is your lane departure warning system, and we have our advanced emergency brake assist function there as well, and it is pre-wired for a camera, but the camera is not featured on this truck, but you can get a camera and it'll show up here on the infotainment screen. And over here as well, guys, you'll be delighted to hear that the hill start aid function stays on when you turn off the ignition, so it no longer defaults to off, stays on all the time. So I really love that. And that's a lift axle function there for your trailer. And here as well we can unlock this and push our steering wheel up out of the way. So let's just move up here. We have a nice grab handle here as well, I like that. And yeah, your catwalk light, and we also have a cargo light switch here as well for your trailer, and the Rio telematics system. So if you've got any problems at all with this truck, they'll be able to tell you here at MAN Truck and Bus what your problem is from the whole telematics system. And this, look at this, the electronic sun blind, very good, and we can open and close the roof hatch there as well. And we also have ambient lighting there, the red LEDs, so that's all nicely done. And the interior lights, let's leave them on a minute. So let me just show you the fridge. It's properly located here next to the driver. So it's not as big as a fridge you would find on a Scania S series, but still good enough size on that. And there beside it, as you would imagine, you do have storage. So that's all quite well done. Now the mattress here on the bottom bunk is actually thinner than the top one. So maybe the driver would be sleeping on the top bunk. So we'll see on that one. And yeah, you can open and close the sunroof here as well, and another light switch. And we have a 12-volt socket, 24-volt socket, and 2 USBs here, and storage there on the back wall. And we have the lamp there as well, and storage at either side. And here on the top bunk as well, if I zoom in there, you'll see you can open and close both windows, open and close the roof hatch, and another light switch here as well. So, and a little storage area here. And yeah, the curtains would be practically blackout as well. Let me just show you that. They are, yeah, they're nice and thick. So you won't get light in through them. I like that. And another light switch over there. And the sunroof is very good because you have your fly net, and also you can black it out. So that's all quite well done. And storage up here as well. Let's open up the middle locker. That has an LED light in it. And yeah, good space in that. And another locker here as well, one at either side. So yeah, that is how it looks on the interior. Very nicely done, isn't it? It's almost like car-like, the whole dash design here. And we also have another 12-volt socket, 24, a USB here, and 2 more USBs, and 2 cup holders, and 2 more here as well. So yeah, 4 cup holders, very good. And a big drawer here, and another one underneath. And over here, now this is normally a pull-out table, but on this one it's configured just for storage. So, and when you're closing it, it's magnetic. Watch this, watch. I love that. It's just nice and easy to close. So yeah, that's how it looks on the interior of the MAN. I think it's time to take it for a drive and see what it's like on the road. Just setting off in the MAN TGX 18.580. So you can tell straight away it is quite comfortable, even though the front axle is on springs. Still good comfort. And of course the back axle on 4 bags is very comfortable as well. I can just feel it there, so yeah, no problems with that. And yeah, so we have the Traxxon gearbox in this D38. Now you can get the Scania gearbox in the lower powered TGXs, but just not on this one, and also not on the 640. So yeah, she's driving away nicely, and I like the way the dashboard is shaped downwards, so you have better visibility on the road. So we're just going to turn right here and make our way out onto the M50 for a short drive. Now we do have to take our time going around this bend because it is quite sharp. So we're just going to go nice and slow, very easy. And then we'll just give it a bit of power coming out onto the M50 here. Yeah, so the last time I drove this truck, as I said, was in Bilbao in Spain, and that was a left-hand drive truck. So it's good to be on the proper side of the truck, guys. The right-hand side. But yeah, I like that wide-angle mirror at the end. That's very good. So this would be very good on long haul now. Nice, comfortable. The windscreen would be a bit narrower than the Scania, definitely. But the visibility is still quite good. The mirrors are very good actually. No problem with them. And just cruising away here nicely. We'll keep her in around 80 k's. So we're just passing MAN here now on the right hand side. So we'll give them a hoot. They might hear me. Yeah, so yeah, I like it. But this is like so easy to use. You're not even touching the screen. And it's not a touch screen, so everything is done by this toggle wheel here. And very easy just to go down through everything. But this display here in front of the driver is very nice indeed. Yeah. So we do have enough fuel, don't worry. It says low fuel, but we do have enough fuel. We're only going for a short drive. So we're just going to take the slip road here and go in by Lucan for our test drive. So as I said already, a 15.2 litre straight 6-cylinder diesel engine, 2,900 Newton meters of torque. So the S580 that I drive would have 3,000 Newton meters of torque, and then the new S590 would have 150 Newton meters more than this truck, and 50 more than the S580 Scania. So you can see the way MAN, they didn't want to give this truck the same power as the Scania. So it's just a little bit lower, but still great to have all that power. You should have no problem pulling 40 tonne, which is all you're allowed to gross on a 5-axle truck in Ireland. Now the low profile tyres, these Michelin's X-Lines, they're very good for wear, so you should get a lot of wear out of the tyres, but they are a bit expensive, as I said. But I'll be talking more about Michelin tyres in about 2 weeks time, guys, so make sure you watch out for that video. Should be interesting learning more about these tyres on trucks. So you see there now we have the retarder, which I love because if you pull it straight back, it automatically goes to its most powerful setting. So you're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like on the Scania, and yeah, you just touch it to knock it off again. And down through our gearbox we can go into manual mode, just like the Scania OptiCruise gearbox. And of course MAN is a sister company of Scania, both owned by the Volkswagen Group. So we're just gonna slip off here and make our way down towards Font Hill in Lucan and make our way back to MAN. Now, I'd say the cab pitch on this, it pitches more than the Scania. Definitely, I noticed that, alright. It kind of rocks a bit more. So the engine is, it's not too loud. It is nice and quiet, but there is a nice bit of a rumble. Listen. Still a nice grumble sound of it, isn't there? Yeah, that's nice. And of course the hill hold function as well. Now, if I just press the brakes here, now brake pedal is off. Now you see there's no audible warning like on the Scania to tell you when the hill hold is coming off. So yeah, maybe they should have put an audible warning there to let you know when the hill hold function is releasing. So maybe a bit of a rethink there, I think, definitely. But yeah, the steering adjustment is fantastic. There's no driver that can complain about this steering adjustment. It even angles back more than the Scania that I drive, the S580, so that's very good. No problem with this steering adjustment whatsoever. So the Traxxon gearbox from ZF, it still does change gear smoothly. It's just, it's not as quick as the Scania gearbox, you can definitely notice that, but still nice and smooth. So I drove a TGA myself, new, back in the year 2000, so wow, 21 years ago now since I drove an MAN, and that was 460 horsepower with a manual gearbox, 4/4 box. Yeah, it did have teething problems, I will have to admit. That truck did have a few issues, but still a nice comfortable truck to drive. Even back then it was a nice comfy truck, and very spacious, of course. That small little window above here, I just taped it up. I didn't like all that extra light coming in, so that's why MAN no longer have that window up there. It's no longer a feature. So as I said already, this is the GX cab, so the most spacious cab in the TGX range. And there we are, back from the drive in the brand new TGX 18.580. Really nice truck to drive, nice and comfortable, and there was about 15 tonne on the trailer as well, so it pulled it very well. But here I have Ivor Thompson. So Ivor is the owner of this truck, and he has about 1.4 million on the TGA as well. So Ivor, you're happy enough with the TGA, yeah?
I love the truck.
Yeah,
Great performance, good reliability. I hope we can get the same from this vehicle.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But yeah, great to see the old one and the new one. But Ivor's just going for a test drive himself now. He deserves it. He bought the truck, guys.
All the best, thanks.
The D38. But Ivor, thank you very much for that drive. Really appreciate it. And way there he goes, guys. Very nice of him to give me a drive in that truck. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So please do check out the new TGX here at MAN Truck and Bus in Dublin. But I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Really enjoyed my day here today, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll chat to you all again next weekend for another video. Thanks for watching. Cheers!